whatever emotion you're after, whatever vehicle you pursue, building a business, getting married, raising a family, traveling the world, whatever you think your nirvana is, I have found it is only an attempt by your brain to meet one or more of 6 human needs. These 6 basic needs make us tick. They drive all human behavior and are universal. They are the force behind the crazy things other people do and the great things we do. We all have the same 6 needs, but how we value those needs and in what order determines the direction of our life. Why are the 6 human needs so important to understand? Well, if you're going to build wealth, you've got to know what you're really after, what you're building it for. Are you looking for wealth to feel certain and secure? Are you chasing wealth to feel special and unique? Or are you looking to have a sense of contribution? You want to do something for others in a way you've never been able to do before, or maybe all of the above. If we get underneath what you're really after, it's not money at all. What you're really after is what you think money is going to give you. Ultimately, it's a set of feelings, and beneath those feelings are needs. The first human need is the need for certainty. It is our need to feel in control and to know what's coming next so we can feel secure. It is the need for basic comfort, the need to avoid pain and stress, and also to create pleasure. Does this make sense? Our need for certainty is a survival mechanism. It affects how much risk you are willing to take in life, in our jobs, in our investments, and in our relationships. The higher the need for certainty, the less risk you will be willing to take or emotionally bear. By the way, this is where your real risk tolerance comes from. But what if you were totally certain all the time? If you knew what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, how it was going to happen. You knew what people were going to say before they said it. How would you feel? At first, you'd feel extraordinary, but eventually you'd be what? Bored out of your mind. So God, in her infinite wisdom, gave us a second human need, which is uncertainty. We need variety. We need surprise. Let me ask you a question. Do you like surprises? If you answered yes, you're kidding yourself. You like the surprises you want. The ones you don't want you call problems. But you still need them to put some muscle in your life. You can't grow muscle or character unless you have something to push back against. The third is significance. We all need to feel important, special, unique, or needed. So how do some of us get significance? You can get it by earning billions of dollars or collecting academic degrees, distinguishing yourself with a master's or PhD. You can build a giant YouTube following. Some do it by putting tattoos and piercings all over themselves and in places we don't want to know about. You can get significance by having more or bigger problems than anybody else. But here is what I truly believe. If you value significance above all else, money will always leave you empty unless it comes from a contribution you've made. And if you're looking for significance from money, it's a high price to pay. The ultimate significance in life comes not from something external, but from something internal. It comes from a sense of esteem for ourselves, which is not something we can ever get from someone else. The fourth basic need is love and connection. Love is the oxygen of life. It's what we all want and need most. When we love completely, we feel alive. But when we lose love, the pain is so great that most people settle on connection, the crumbs of love. You can get that sense of connection or love through intimacy, or friendship, or prayer, or walking in nature. If nothing else works, you can get a dog. These first four needs are what I call the needs of the personality. We all find ways to meet these, whether by working harder, coming up with a big problem, or creating stories to rationalize them. The last two are the needs of the spirit. These are more rare. Not everyone meets these. When these needs are met, we truly feel fulfilled. Number 5 is growth. If you're not growing, you're what? You're dying. If a relationship is not growing, if a business is not growing, if you're not growing, it does not matter how much money you have in the bank, how many friends you have, how many people you love. You're not going to experience real fulfillment. And the reason we grow, I believe, is so we have something of value to give. That's because the 6th need is contribution. Corny as it may sound, the secret to living is giving. Life's not about me, it's about we. Think about it. What's the first thing you do when you get good or exciting news? You call somebody you love and share it. Sharing enhances everything you experience. Life is really about creating meaning. And meaning does not come from what you get. It comes from what you give. Ultimately, what you get will never make you happy long term, but who you become and what you contribute will. There is nothing more significant than growing and giving. So while money is an extraordinary vehicle to meet many of our 6 needs, it is not the only one. In closing, the fastest way to feel connection, a sense of how significant your life is, a deep sense of certainty and variety, and put yourself in a state where you can give to others, is to find a way each day to appreciate more and expect less.